Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. Today we're going to be discussing visa runs. Specifically, this is coming up because Thai law has changed fairly fundamentally with respect to some of its immigration regulations. Most notably at the first of the year in the Royal Thai Gazette here in Thailand, rule changes were made which stipulated that it's now only possible for an individual, and to be clear, an individual of nationality not directly adjoining Thailand, so not a land bordering country of Thailand, but any other national needs to go ahead, can only obtain 2 30-day stamps from a border run, a classic border run every year. I decided to go ahead and make this video basically to sort of suss out and clarify what kinds of visa runs there are now available to individuals wishing to stay long-term in Thailand. So first, there's the classic visa run that everyone's used to under the old rules. A 30-day stamp, you run across the border, you run back in, you get 30 days. Okay, that's still there, but the rules are fairly clear on this. That's only available twice a year, 2 times a year. And that's in a given calendar year. The next thing is what I call sort of an embassy run, okay? And an embassy run is basically, I'm running out of the country, I have to go to an actual Thai embassy or consulate and pick up a new visa. This kind of thing could happen in any of the visa categories. It seems to be most prevalent for those who are trying to use tourist visas to maintain status in Thailand. For those folks in that category trying to maintain status using tourist visas, it should be noted Thai immigration authorities at the land border entries upon people seeking admission are seriously scrutinizing those entering with tourist visa proper, not 30-day stamps, but proper tourist visas. They're scrutinizing those folks. If you have multiple tourist visas, it's going to become a problem. Trying to live in Thailand on a tourist visa is becoming increasingly difficult, if not darn near impossible. Finally, there's what I call sort of it really is a visa run in the classic sense, but it also has an underlying multiple entry visa attached to it. And I call this the multi-entry visa run, if you want to call it that. So with a multiple entry visa, say a multiple entry O based on, say, Thai marriage or guardianship of a Thai child, or say a multi-entry business visa, a B visa with multi-entry, one is allowed to use that visa for the sum total of a year, but one has to leave the country once at least every 90 days in order to maintain status. In another video, we discussed re-entry permits and how they're different than this type of visa. I'm not going to get into that here. I just want to clarify exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about every 90 days one hops out of the country and hops back in. The difference between this and the classic visa run and the tourist or the embassy visa run is, one, you don't have to go to an embassy. You just have to hop over the border, have immigration stamp you out, and have immigration stamp you back in. It's very much like the 30-day stamp. The difference is it can be done infinitely over the course of that year, and in fact has to be done at least 4 times every 90 days over the course of the 1-year status of the visa. So it's something to keep in mind, and I just wanted to provide some clarity as far as you see online, people talk constantly about all these different things having to do with visa runs, or I had to run to an embassy, or I have a multi-entry visa. These are the 3 differences. If you don't have a visa in your passport and you're running across the border to get a 30-day stamp, that's what I call a classic visa run. If you have no visa and need to run to an embassy to get one, that's an embassy visa run. And finally, if you have a multi-entry visa and you're running out and running back into the country to get 90 more days of status, that's what I call a multi-entry visa run. And each of them are qualitatively different in nature, and it's something that I've kind of felt like people were probably curious to know, what is the difference between these 3 types of things.